Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jonathan, and welcome back to the Pack Talk. We're reaching the end of these videos here. We only have five more teams left. We're going to cover two or both S teams, I should say. The San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks in this video. And the next video, there are two T named teams, and then there's the Washington Commanders. So I'm probably just going to group those three in. I'm going to try to, by the time I get these out, the season might have already started, but you'll see if I was right or wrong on this. But we're going to jump into the San Francisco 49ers right now. Quarterback, they got Trey Lance, and now at backup, they have Jimmy Garoppolo. This team is really gathered around Trey Lance. They really think he has the tools and accessories to get this team over the hump and win a Super Bowl. I think that is definitely their goal right now, is they think with Trey Lance, they can make that jump that Jimmy Garoppolo just couldn't get with them. And that's why he's the backup now, the most expensive backup in the league, I should add. So Trey Lance, they think he's got the tools. We'll see what happens with that. This is where it kind of gets weird. Their running back situation here. Trey Lance can run, so I don't really think running backs will be that much of a factor this season with them, unless he gets hurt, obviously. But right now, at running back one, they have Elijah Mitchell, which we kind of saw coming because they had a great campaign last season with the 49ers and definitely earned that top back role. Then they have Jeff Wilson Jr., and then running back / fullback Kyle Juszczyk at the running back fullback position at 3. Like I said, weird running back situation because they don't really like to commit to one running back. I feel it's always bouncing around. We saw Raheem Mostert get touches sometimes, and then Elijah Mitchell, and then Jeff Wilson got in the mix. It's like they're all over the place, so it's not really reliable which running back is going to be at the head of that position. But right now, Elijah Mitchell looks to be leading that charge. Raheem Mostert is in Miami, by the way, for anyone that didn't know. Wide receiver, this is basically their utility guy. I don't even think he's a wide receiver. He does everything. He's Deebo Samuel. Most important player on this team still, by far. He just does everything for this team, and they're lucky to have him back because I remember he wanted to get out. But now he's back on a 1-year deal, I believe. Yeah, he's on a 1-year deal, so we'll see how he fares this season. Brandon Ayuk is the wide receiver 2, which I think they're underutilizing him. I think Brandon Ayuk has the talent to do something for a football team. They just need to get him more touches, I feel. And then wide receiver 3, I guess it's worth knowing, is Jawan Jennings, which I think I've heard a little bit about, but I don't really know much about him. At tight end, they have the great George Kittle, top 3 tight end in the league. He's basically in that elite group with Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, and George Kittle. No order. No order there. They're the top 3. However you want to arrange them is up to you. And then Tyler Kroft is his backup. And then kicker, they got Robbie Gould, which, he's been a pretty good kicker for a while now. I think he's been with San Francisco for a while now. I think he was on the Bears, but he's been with San Francisco for a while now. On defense, San Francisco has been known for their defense for a couple years now. When going through it, I feel like they got worse. I don't know why, but they have names. I feel like the coaching definitely boosts this defense for what they really are, but, let's just go over. They have Javon Kinlaw, they have Eric Armstead, they have Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, and then Emmanuel Mosley, which arguably easily are like a top 10 at their position, their respective position. Like I said, I think that the coaching staff boosts it because they have a little bit of hole in the middle there, I feel. Not really big names that I know of. Maybe I'm overlooking someone. But those are notable on defense. Fantasy, honestly, everyone probably has a team now, but if they're still available out there and you can grab them, I would definitely go with my top 3 being Deebo. Deebo probably going to get drafted. George Kittle probably got drafted for sure. And then maybe, I guess Elijah Mitchell would be my 3rd pick because he just I trust him more. Notable, obviously, Trey Lance, the defense, and then the kicker, Robbie Gould. Kind of wishy-washy there, I know, but like that's how I kind of feel with this team. They're kind of weird to me as a fantasy unit altogether. It's like, which player can you rely on from week to week? And I basically ranked my top three and notable in that order of who you can rely on. So take it literally, honestly, if you want. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Seattle Seahawks here. Not a lot to talk about with the Seahawks. I think this is going to be a pretty bad team, honestly, 2-3 win team. I feel like they don't have anything. They have a couple names on defense, but I feel like that's it. They don't have any coaching for that defense. And a couple defensive players even worth noting are shaky, but we're going to get into that a little later. Quarterback, already a downside. You have Geno Smith starting. I don't know why Pete Carroll chose Geno Smith over Drew Lock. We're going to see on Monday night how he fares against the Denver Broncos, who have a tremendous defense, as I've mentioned before. Denver Broncos are going to make some noise, I believe, and I think they're going to whoop the Seahawks this Monday. But, I guess Geno Smith deserved it. I mean, that's what the decision Pete Carroll made, and they're going to go for it. Again, the running back situation isn't good either. Rashad Penny's okay, I guess. And then they got DJ Dallas at running back 2. Kenneth Walker, I saw, was hurt for now, I believe. They drafted him out of MSU, and honestly, I feel like they drafted him for a reason. They really think he could probably get a running back 1 spot in year 2 or 3 maybe with this system. That's if Pete Carroll is there. I think Pete Carroll is really on the hot seat right now, and Seattle is looking to rebuild for sure now that Russell Wilson's gone, and it's going to be odd to see how that team functions in the next couple of years. I really think the GM and the head coach might be gone in the next couple of years here, or very shortly, to be honest, because I feel like the owner's going to want a new whole philosophy and direction with this team. But wide receiver, they have DK Metcalf. I don't know how he's going to do. I feel like underneath he's kind of disgruntled. He doesn't like that Russell Wilson's gone. He was really looking forward to playing with Russell Wilson. He only got a sample size, I feel, with that talented quarterback. But, same wide receiver core, DK Metcalf, and then they got Tyler Lockett. That's the only 2 wide receivers worth noting, and the only 2 wide receivers they will throw to. Tight end now, they've got Noah Fant, and then they have Will Dissly at backup. Honestly, I like Will Dissly. I remember a couple years ago, I'm on my fantasy team. He did good until he got hurt. I like Will Dissly. Kind of a little fan favorite here, underrated in my opinion. And I think you could take the reins from Noah Fant. Noah Fant hasn't really proved anything to me personally about being a really good tight end in this league. So, tight end situation is kind of unique. And then kicker, they got Jason Myers, which it's Jason Myers. Don't really have much to say about him. Here's where it gets kind of interesting. They have some names, but I feel like this is it, and it's shaky still. They have Shelby Harris. They have Jordan Brooks. Jamal Adams is a shaky name because, he doesn't get a lot of interceptions at safety. He's a good defender, though. And then they have Quandre Diggs at free safety. Like I said, top 3 fantasy. DK probably going to get drafted. Penny probably got drafted, and Lockett probably got drafted. But those are my top 3. So they're probably not on waivers. Maybe Penny, maybe Lockett, but those would be my top 3 to acquire. And then I guess Jason Myers is worth noting to have as a kicker. I don't know if Seattle can really get close to the end zone, but Jason Myers could be lining up for 50 plus for sure, I think. Okay, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, a couple views are coming in with a lot of my videos now. If you're new and you like what I have to say and ramble on about, feel free to like and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one.